you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side. I need you by my ricochet. I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind. Your whole show is captivating me, but don't think that I can see right through that disguise. But when you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby, yeah, now I get it. You got heads turning, and you don't even try. Well, would you look at that? My glass is empty, How about I get another drink, baby, Okay, I get it. You got fire burning, right there in your eyes. But when you got this whole thing, I like the way you look at me. How about we just go with the flow? Now you know I feel it too. But I don't think this could be something that becomes a thing. Maybe just for tonight, then I'll be over you. But when you got close to me, you had me falling so hard, baby, yeah, now I get it. You got heads turning, and you don't even try. Well, would you look at that? My glass is empty, How about I get another drink, baby, Okay, I get it. You got fire burning, right there in your eyes. Oh yeah. How about I get another drink, baby, Okay, I get it. You got fire burning, right there in your eyes.
And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby, up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our growlings when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding. 'Cause you got me holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding. 'Cause you got me holding. Got me holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding. Play me like a bass guitar, simmer down and mash me up, tripping like I'm Jimmy at Woodstock. They are drumming around in your red Ford. Shivers down my spinal cord. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Holding.
Hello and welcome everybody to the Streamline Minor League Tournament. I am your caster, Pon, joined with my boy Dova. Dova, how's it going today, man? Dova there. Um, as we are waiting for Dova to get back, guys, we are going to be moving into the semifinals of our tournament, which is going to be a best of 3 format. Which means that we will be playing a total of at least 2 maps today, and the first one to score 2 wins. And we are going to be playing in a double elimination style tournament, as the bracket shows above. So the winners will go on to face each other, and the losers will go on to face each other. And if you lose twice, um, you're out of the tournament. And that's how we're going to be playing this, and this is how it's going to be. And the winner of each of these will go on to they'll go on to win into the finals. So I really like this tournament style. I think that it allows teams to have an extra chance to play. The loser of today's match will go on to play the
I'm here.
loser of tomorrow's match. And I believe we have Dova back. Dova, how are you doing today, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. What's up? What's up? I was just chilling on TTS. Just went for a quick pee there, but I didn't. Should have told you guys. But anyways, I'm back here and I'm waiting and can't wait for this match to get started. Today it's gonna be Myschief versus Exiled, which is gonna be a best of 3 match. So it should be pretty fun.
Yeah, and we have 4 very talented teams coming into these final 4. We have today, which is actually one of the matches I've been looking forward to for a while, which is going to be Myschief versus Exiled. Exiled, for those of you who don't know, this is the previous team peaked. They had changed their name to Exiled, and both of these teams, the way they're structured is very similar. They're both very strong frag heavy teams. I mean, we got to see Tao the Bice and Xantis go absolutely ham in their last game, and Myschief, that were supposed to play Kira Esports, but ended up not. But Myschief being one of having some of the most, I'd say, one-sided victories, in the same way with Exiled, even moving into the round of 8, into the round of 6. My apologies, the round of 16. Both of these teams have shown to kind of be powerhouses, and I really do think that either one of these teams can actually make it out of this tournament as the winner. Dova, Dova, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, just like you said, Mischief and Exile, they're both very, very aggressive teams. I haven't had the chance to cast any of these teams before, but I do went through some of their VODs, and I have seen like they don't fear like peaking or over peaking a certain angle. They're very good on their attacks. They're well coordinated. It should be a very interesting game. But on the other hand, for V5 and KL11 Esports, I'm very familiar with them because they are from my country, from India. Both of these teams are very very good. They are doing very well in their own leagues which are going on in India right now. KL11 are a team formed between friends, just like I told you guys before, but they have practiced a lot. They have formed a lot of things and they are ready to go. While on the other hand, V5 are just a collection of really, really talented and interesting players from all over, from India, Bangladesh, and from basically the Indian subcontinent. So it's a vast, big pool of talent, big pool of players, and it's going to be really awesome to see these players in action.
Yeah, and to speak a little bit onto V5. Viper, what a player. We got to see him. I believe he aced did he ace once or twice in a single game? I believe he aced once against Decoy of Dreams, and man, Viper is a very, very, very talented player. Absolutely love that guy. I'd love to see V5 and KL11. I saw they just recently won. Did they just recently win a match against?
Sabertooth Wolves, I think.
It was the Sabertooth Wolves. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, that was a very good match actually. Back and forth, very good match.
Yeah, and Sabertooth Wolves, I thought Sabertooth Wolves were gonna actually make it into the final four for this tournament. I didn't think that because KL11 had a little bit of issue with their first opponent. So I thought that Sabertooth Wolves would make it through, but no, they it was a very, very back and forth match. Oh my apologies. Very, very back and forth match, but in the end, KL11 did come up as a very dominant team.
Yeah, K11, they have they have gone better as the tournament has progressed, I believe, because the tournament has been going on for some time, and they have, in the meantime, I think they have gotten their rhythm of how they want their things and players to be, and I think that's what got them over the line towards this semifinals and this best of three sort of matches in a way.
Yeah, and that was something we definitely saw in their match against Sabertooth Wolves. Like a lot of teams when you're going back and forth so much, it's almost and you've played competitively, so you can talk a little bit on this, but when you're going back and forth so much, it's almost like a mental battle. Like you're trying to figure out what your opponent's trying to do. You're not really gaining any solid there's no comfort zone there. You're constantly on like the edge of defeat and you're going back and forth. You're not able to gain lead. And KL11, no matter like going into every single one of the rounds, they weren't getting frustrated. They weren't over peaking. They weren't getting overly aggressive on attack. They really stuck to their attack strategies. They really trusted the droning. They were patient. And I really think it was, at least from what I saw, it was kind of the mark of a great team, and I was very impressed with that when I'd seen them play. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
Yeah, I have noted they obviously have, because I was casting that match between Sabertooth Wolves and K11, and it was such a long and tiring match. Because I mean, you'd be like, but it was just a single match. Tonight we're gonna cast the best of three. How was it a long and tiring match? Because if a match is long, it's just long. But if you have like so many rehosts in between, it just tires out the players, and has a sort of a mental impact on how you're going to go about in the next round. So you have to discuss every bit of it. And I think KL11 actually made a comeback, if I'm not wrong, if my memory serves me correctly. They did make a comeback from 5-4, 5-3, or something like that. After the rehost, they were just, they were playing and coordinating really, really well towards their attacks and in the defenses as well. But it's someone's day one day, and it's some others day and some other day. So it'll be an interesting game between V5 and K11. But not to mention, we have something entirely different today. We have Myschief and Exiled, two very different teams, two from very different places. It should be a very interesting game.
Yeah, and we will be moving on to the map ban phase. Dova, if you can correct me if I'm wrong. So for the map ban phase, do we move on to is it we each team will ban a map, then the first team that got to pick will pick the first map that they will be playing on. And then the
Yeah,
second team will pick a map, the next team will then ban a map and then pick the last map to be played on.
yeah, and they will also like choose if they want to attack or defend. Like that's how it normally
Okay.
goes. Yeah. So we have to move towards map bans now, I think.
So we are going to be on the map ban phase, starting out with Exiled with the first pick of what they don't want to see today. Um,
So before you ask me this question, one, I'm gonna ask you which maps are we gonna play tonight?
I'm going to say we're going to be seeing Clubhouse, Oregon, and Villa.
Oh, Clubhouse, Oregon, and Villa. Okay, okay, very very interesting. Very interesting. I'm gonna go with probably Cafe, Clubhouse, and I don't know, Oregon maybe. Cafe, Clubhouse, and Oregon. I think these teams are gonna stay away from Villa. I don't know. They might love it. I haven't researched so much about these teams, but I think Cafe, Clubhouse, and Oregon are gonna be the picks. But let's see. This first band hasn't come out from Exile yet. I think they're still trying to discuss and prep themselves of what they want to do.
I'm really hoping that we get to see a. I'm really hoping we get to see some coastline play today, but I'm thinking that the odds that we get to see a coastline game is going to be pretty low. Same with a consulate game. Um, we've yet, as many of our viewers know, that we haven't actually seen consulate played in the tournament yet. I don't know if that's just a. I don't know if it's just completely out of the seas region meta, but consulate hasn't been played.
Yeah, in a recent, like a couple of tournaments or so, or a month or so, I've just noticed that teams have strayed away from the consulate map simply because there's just so many windows and you have to do so many. Like it's a very different, let's say, very different approach to attack and defense. While we talk about it, and I'll be proved wrong because Exiled are going to ban Oregon, and we have to
So
see what Myschief are going to respond to it.
So it looks like my predictions are completely off the board. As I said, we'd see Clubhouse, Oregon, and Villa. And it looks like Clubhouse and Oregon are going to be taken off first. So now we're going to be going on to, I believe, the team's first pick. So Exiled gets to pick what map they want to start on and whether or not they want to start on attack or defense. My prediction is they're going to pick Villa and want to start out on defense, but hey, I could be looks like my predictions are already wrong, 2 of 3, but they are going to pick Villa, and it looks like I am correct.
Well done, well done. I didn't expect Villa to be there, but it is there. I think they have prepped themselves well for Villa, I guess. I would love to see a consulate. I mean, we haven't seen that much in this tournament. I'd love to see a coastline as well, but I don't think so that'll be happening. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think it's going to be between Cafe and Coastline for Myschief right here. Two maps that I think that they would play very well on. Their playstyle, I don't think would be very. I don't think their playstyle would fit very well uh, on theme park. So it'd be. I also could be wrong. They could pick a theme park. But I don't think that their playstyle would
There you
play
go.
very well on it, and I am proven wrong yet again. I had a perfect Villa pick, and it didn't even matter. Wrong again. They will be picking theme park, so theme park will be our second map, and the decider map is coming up soon. It's between Coastline, Consulate, and Cafe. Three very fun maps. We could be seeing that Cafe play coming in today. It's going to be up to Exile to pick what map
Yeah,
they don't want to see, which is going to be Consulate. No surprise there. And now it's going to be Team Myschief trying to figure out what team, or my apologies, what map they want to see for the decider map in case it goes 1-1.
yeah. I love playing. I mean, not playing, but I love seeing matches on theme park. I don't like playing it in ranked or in a competitive manner, but I like seeing teams play on it. It is so cool and so interesting. While we talk about it, coastline is going to be banned, and our decider is going to be cafe. Just like I discussed, there should be cafe on the board, and there is cafe on the board. So the first map is going to be Villa. The second map is going to be Theme Park, and for the decider, if we get there, is going to be Cafe Dostoevsky. It should be a very very interesting and very good matches between these teams.
Yes, it will be, and we're going to get right into it. Starting out with Exiled and Myschief on Villa. We are waiting for one more player to enter the lobby. And And we are going to be seeing Exiled on attack first on Villa. Because it is their pick, they start out on attack. Likewise, on Theme Park, we are going to be seeing Myschief attacking first.
Yeah, Exile have to take this first match really, really seriously, especially because they are on attack. Villa, given how the meta is right now, I'd still say is a bit defender favored. But you don't know, these players might have something insane up their sleeves and they could just swipe out the attack. You never know. But we'll have to wait and see how the bans go, how these teams coordinate and uh, play their attacks and defense.
Yes, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how all that goes down. And I kind of want to point out two players for some of our viewers there to watch. On the sides of Mischief, Vexion is definitely going to be Vexion is definitely going to be the player to watch on Team Mischief. An absolutely talented fragger. We've seen Vexion come up big in a lot of clutch situations. And on the likes of Exiled, I'm going to say Tau the Bice is going to be the guy really to watch on Team Exiled. Again, their team's entry fragger and has top fragged for them, I believe, every match so far. And Tau the Bice also, and I'm just going to call him Tau. I'll call him Tau or Bice. He was a very, very, very talented defender. We got to see him be very flexible with his defending op when on their last map on Clubhouse, and always came in with either a nice little cheeky flank or was able to hold out wherever he needed to, and he fit in every hole he needed to. Came in for his late round rotates. His aim is there. Um, he doesn't get super aggressive on the picks. I'm very excited to see him play, and especially with probably two of the I would argue two of the most frag heavy teams that we've had so far in the tournament. Seeing them play against each other on a map like Villa, I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, just by looking at these teams, I have just realized that I come across Vexion and Shibinuts most of the times in ranked actually, but I never knew they're part of such as an impressive team. I'm really hoping and interested in seeing how they play today. Like I have come so many times I like against these players, and I have actually come in their team as well. But it should be a very such an insane game.
All right, so if you come across them in ranked, how are they? How do they play in ranked? I'm kind of
They are very
curious.
good. They are very good. Just to answer uh, question shortly, they are very good. That's the reason I remember them. I mean, uh, I don't want to be crude about it, but I think I have been beaten really, really bad by them on various ranks and various maps. I'm not quite sure, but I think I have played against Has and Equinum as well, but I'm not quite sure. I might could be wrong, but I'm definitely sure I've played against Shibinuts and Vexion. In ranked, I've definitely played against them.
And Shibe Nuts is a name that you really can't forget. Definitely my favorite name of the tournament. Other than Mac Daddy 06, I have to say Shibe Nuts has been my favorite username of the tournament. And both of our teams are in the lobby. We're going to be starting up right now. We're going to be going on to the operator ban phase, and we will be starting the first match in our semifinal. Actually, my apologies. It looks like Tau needs to use the restroom real quick before starting his match, and we will be waiting one more minute. And yeah, I mean, so we're looking at both these teams, and they kind of talk a little bit about like the lineups for each of these teams. Equium, I believe, plays that secondary entry, while Tau the Bice plays that primary entry role. Hazex plays flex. Uh, Lego and Xantus are typically playing that hard support. Um, on the likes of Mischief. Mischief has probably one of the most interesting team setups I've ever seen for the fact that they don't necessarily have a designated they don't typically have a designated hard breach role. We do see Rage play that Habana or play that either play the Habana or play the or the Maverick. But we don't typically see a Thermite being brought out, and we don't typically see them playing a designated hard breach. It's a very interesting team setup. They do play a very frag heavy three speed favored a 3 feet my apologies, a 3 speed
Favored.
favored lineup. And so it'll be definitely very interesting to see how both these teams do play out. I don't know if you have anything to touch up on that, Dova.
Like you said, it's going to be very very interesting. They are pretty frag heavy, just like we have stated from the very beginning of this map bans and beginning of this best of three matches. But you know, just like our Twitch polls, most of them think Myschief are going to win this. It's a 56% to 54% to Exile, but we'll have to wait and see how this best of three goes. Regardless of how what do you guys think at home, it should be a very close game. You know, you can't differentiate between the 6% and the 4%. It should be a very close game, and we should have a third map.
So Dova, I got to ask you for your predictions. Who do you think is going to be coming out on top today?
Wow, it's very hard to say for me. Just like the Twitch polls, they are very very close. For me, it's going to be down to something individual brilliance between some of the players by clutching around or winning around for their team. I don't think so. It's just going to be a very easy game for both of these teams. It's going to be very very close, and I think we will see a third map. If not, then hey, you have to give kudos to the team that actually wins it 2-0. But I think since you have asked me to choose a side, I'm going to go with Exiled.
All right, we will be moving into our match. We're going to be starting out with the operator ban phase, and I'm actually going to go with Myschief today. I think Myschief's going to come out on top, but I think that Exiled, even if they lose today, I definitely could see both of these teams facing off against each other in the finals. We are going to be starting out with our first attacker ban coming in for Myschief. I'm expecting to see a Hibana and a Thatcher ban coming in today. On the sides of the attack. I don't know if you agree with me there, Dova, at all.
Thatcher and Hibana ban, did you say? A Thatcher, obviously a pretty standard ban right now. You can never go wrong with banning the Thatcher, even if you're on attack on defense. But this ban by Exile is, I believe, is the most important ban of this map, simply because they have just like I said, they are deciding, they're trying to figure out what they want to ban, because this is how this is going to shape the rest of the game.
And this pick is going to be coming in, and
it's an IQ. Wow, you don't see that every day. I think it's definitely something they have went through the VODs, and I think they have specifically targeted at some player who's pretty good on the IQ, I guess.
And I guess with that, we're going to be seeing an Echo ban. No, a Vigil ban. I was expecting to see an Echo ban coming in right now.
Wow.
It looks like that is a direct targeted ban towards Vexion, because Vexion, as we have seen throughout this tournament, has torn up with the G8A1, and the last ban coming in is going to be Amira. So we are going to be seeing, this is interesting, we are going to be seeing both Valkyrie and Echo still being
not to mention the Maestro.
And the Maestro, but with IQ off the board, we're gonna be. I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of Echo and a lot of Valkyrie play, because they don't have any ability to necessarily counter that utility. They can get some pretty cheeky Valcam spots if we have any Valkyrie mains on the likes of either team, and they aren't going to be able to scan that out. But what an interesting ban phase, seeing Vigil and IQ come out.
I mean, you can't really expect an IQ or a Vigil ban. This team obviously have done each other's homeworks, going towards their bans, and it's like you saw Shibina's writing something in the chat, and both of these teams know that this is a very targeted ban. I think Thatcher obviously a very standard ban, and the Mira obviously once again a very very standard ban. While we see the defense actually going towards the Aviator rooms, Aviator and Games room, so they have just decided to bring out the Echo this time. No Valkyrie as of yet, or the Maestro. I think they have decided we are going to be doing a bit of the roaming with the Alibi. Vexion, who probably would have opted out for Vigil, is still going to play something that he can roam with, while we see a Womai, a Jaeger, a Bandit on the board as well. But from the attacker side, they have opted out for 2 breachers, Thermite and a Hibana, while we see Zofia and Ash, very good operators, and a Jackal for the roam clear, I guess.
Yeah, the Jack of the Roam clearing is going to come in very big for them. And I gotta say, those are targeted bans towards Vexion, because we got to see Vexion play a bunch of Vigil and a bunch of IQ, and was, I'd argue, probably the best IQ player we've seen in the tournament as of yet. And with both of those coming off the board very early on, I think Exiled did their homework, but I don't necessarily agree with the decision to take those 2 players, or those 2 operators off the board and leave on the utility of, let's say, the Habana, the Capital, or even that Maestro or Valkyrie. I think that taking off very early on, just targeting towards Vexion, I don't know how that's going to play out, but we are going to be moving on to the round. It is going to be Aviator Games, and it looks like the attackers are going just for a first floor. They're droning out first floor right now and trying to clear out some of the roamers playing there on that first floor. It looks like they do have an alibi outside, so that enemy detected outside logo is just going to be playing up on their screen almost exclusively. And we're going to be having Ash playing from below. I'm assuming either to clear out a player playing behind the bomb site, or to try and potentially clear out some of those bandits. And the first pick's going to be coming in from Kyoshi onto Lego. That's the Jackal that's going to be taken out, and that's going to be your roam clearing operator. Very good pick coming in here from Kyoshi, and Myschief coming into a very strong lead. On Villa, we get to see a lot of teams, and I was proven wrong once in the tournament so far, but we get to see a lot of teams when the defenders have a man advantage and it's not traded out. They do come out on top, I believe 74% of the time, as we've seen in Pro League. And as I say that, Tau the Bice is going to be taken out. Your 2 primary entry players, it's going to be left on to Hazek, Xantus, and Equium. Very good pick coming in there from Spectify, coming in from Spectify, but they're gonna clear that utility off the they're going to have that utility cleared off the my apologies, gonna have that utility cleared off the Aviator walls, and they're gonna have that nice little peek coming there for Rage. But as we say that, Hazex is going to just rush right into sight. He's gonna get Shibe Nuts off the board. That's going to be your Plantanile off. He's going to come in, but Vexion coming in clutch with that oh, my apologies, everybody. He comes in clutch with the Storm, and Kyoshi's going to take out that player playing on 90, and it's going to be the first round won by Myschief, commanding lead.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was very well played by Myschief, to be honest. But, the attackers could have done a bit more. I don't know why the Jackal was repelling 90. Maybe he got the call out from his IGL or whoever was trying. But I think he should have pushed with the team, maybe pushed the study a bit, take control of the main stairs. That's how it should have been. But I think they decided to take control of 90 first. But I don't think the Jackal is the right operator to do that, because he does provide a lot of roam clear utility or roam clear mechanism, the Exinox scanner, what you call it, because we see by the end of like 30 seconds or so, Alibi was still roaming towards astronomy, and they never actually got to clear the roamers, and Ash just couldn't do anything much and just went into side and got 1 kill, while Vexion flanked and ended the round. So very well played by Myschief.
Yeah, they decided to go for a my apologies. They decided to go for a first floor room clear, and and I believe they were trying to push up red stairs and main stairs, and letting Vexion have that control over by master bedroom, especially when trying to attack Aviator. If you allow him to push you from statuary door when you're pushing up red stairs, you're never really going to have a great time with that. And as soon as Lego is taken off the board playing on that Jackal, you lost a lot of your roam clear, and nobody was around there to trade him out. And I gotta say, I don't necessarily agree with that decision coming in for that roam cleared from Exiled. I think that Myschief played that very well. And we're going to be seeing a little bit of a run out coming out. Vexion on the alibi, 2 kills coming out very quickly. That's going to be Tau and Xantos. Tau being the very talented fragger that I had talked about before. 2 huge picks coming in, and the attacker's going to be left in a very down situation, just allowing for him to come for the run out, not leaving that drone there. Just wow.
Yeah, Vexion just flexing on the attackers, like, you're gonna ban my vigil, I'm just gonna run out with you with an alibi. He's gonna do a spawn kill and get 2 of the clears on repel. There's not much you can do if you're an attacker at that point. But they should be a bit more careful about this. I guess they should have looked at the boards, or maybe screamed. While we talk about it, Valkyrie is gonna get the Iana. I don't know why he was peeking there. There was no drone, there was no information, just white picking the door like that. Well, Bandit is gonna get one more. What are Team Exiled doing? It's just 5v1 at this point, while Ash is in master bathroom, and I don't know what he's going to do much, but he's going to get the Jaeger 1v4. No, he can't do anything more than that. I think the Bandit is going to finish him from behind, and round number 2, a very quick round, goes to Myschief once again.
We need, nice little one tap there to finish up that round, but I think we need to talk a little bit right now about Vexion. It is round 2, and I'd argue both rounds were won simply for the picks that he's been able to get off. I mean, he's taken Tau off the board twice, and not having Tau there, you're losing a lot of fragging power. That run out taking out both the Habana and Zofia, that's taking out all of your utility clear. That's taking out one of your very, very important hard breachers, because Habana's able to get off her utility from a distance and open up some lines of sights for the attackers to use. And I just gotta say, I mean, Myschief has absolutely blown me away. We're 2 rounds in, and they've come on attack. They've come out aggressively. They've shown that they're not going to give up any control for the attackers. They're playing very well into Exiled's aggressive attacking style and forcing them to peek things that they probably shouldn't be peeking. And because Exiled's trying to get in the building as quick as possible, they're trying to almost shortcut that roam clear. And because of that,
Attackers have located a bomb.
Myschief is playing off of it very well. They understand where they're droning, where they're not droning, and I like that. I like that little comment of Rage just peeking, or Valkyrie just peeking in no intel.
Yeah, it's something the defenders can do, where like it's already like a 3v5 or a 2v5 situation, and I think it is in their playstyle. They peak very, very aggressively, but I don't know what the Iana was doing there in the bathroom. I mean, you have your drones, you have a specific ability on you, the hologram, that you can use to just check if anyone is playing there, but he was face checking those angles, face checking the door, and he got white picked by the Valkyrie and got taken out very, very quickly. I mean, he's going to do the same thing again. I mean, if he has a drone, it's very good. Maybe he has the information. Yeah, someone is running for them. He's going to get this done very, very quickly. But I'd still like to see that he might be used a bit more of his holograms, maybe. You could never know, but like, we have a Pulse playing below. We could just see for him to death, but we have to see how this plays out.
It looks like the Pulse is going to see the drone as they're droning on 90. He is going to see that the astronomy cam is taken out. We're gonna have Tau alive for a little bit more than a minute this round, and he is going to be trying to open up a line of sight into kitchen from that trophy balcony. And it looks like the attackers are trying to go for a it looks like they are going to be trying to go for a second floor room clear, but they didn't drone out Vexion, and he's going to have all this intel coming in from below, able to potentially come up for a late round flank into statuary and master bedroom. And as I say that, he's going to be taking Hazex off on 90, and that's going to be your roam clear off the board from Hazex. And they still don't know his location. The drone of Xantus still hasn't droned him out. It looks like they are finally going to get some intel on him. He's just going to rotate in, and he tries to take a gunfight there with Equiom, and he's going to be taken out very early. That's going to be your deep roam game off the board, but he has wasted almost 2 minutes of time. It's going to make it very difficult now for the attackers to make anything happen out of this.
Yeah, while we see the smoke doing some work from below, maybe getting some information from the pulse about who they are, or maybe just creating some rotations, while we see Raze get a C4 kill onto the thermite. Xantos is off the board, and just when you talk about it, Bandit is also gonna get the Ash. I don't know where all these kills are happening from, but it looks like Bandit had maybe also done a roam, while Hibana is still looking for him. He's looking towards the 90. Well, Jaeger is gonna get Sophia. He should have another, but no, he's gonna get shut down by, while the Bandit gets the Hibana in the end. Myschief once again. I mean, I don't know what to say. They're playing it very, very well. They're playing very aggressive. It's working out for them.
Myschief just commanding this game. They've not given up any control on defense. A lot of misdroning from Team Exiled is coming in right now, and I really don't want to rag on teams. I really try not to. But to kind of talk about where that round fell apart, they were doing it up. They were doing a top floor roam clear, trying to gain some vertical control and trying to really focus on that vertical play. And they droned out almost the entirety of top floor, but stopped once they got to games. They stopped once they got to Aviator. Vexian was playing over on the top of main stairs, and because of that, as soon as he heard that they were off the drones, he just rotated around and took
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
Yana
defused
off the
by
board.
attackers.
He just that's exactly what he did. He went over, got Yana, and was not traded out. And he was able to get about half HP off of Equiom. And even though he wasn't able to get that kill, taking off that health of Equiom changed the round. And we have not seen Tao really get into form so far in this game. We've been seeing a lot of kills coming in from either Hazex or Lego, or Equiom himself, but we haven't been able to see the fraggers of Exiled really take any commanding control. And that round after Vexion was able to clear out Hazex, they had the pulse playing from below, feeding all of that intel to the likes of Rage and to himself with that C4, and they were able to control the game vertically. And as soon as it came down to like the last minute of the round, because the roam clear took so long and to try and get Vexion off the board.
Yeah, once again you saw there Vexion trying to get a cheeky spawn kill off, but just decided to fall back in the L, while we see is going to be a master bedroom push this time around. Same thing, I didn't see any drones there. He's just going to peek, while Subinash is going to take his EX off the board. The Ash is dead, my friend. Once again, Exiled are giving away some easy frags. The defender didn't really have to work any hard to get that kill. There was no trade-off there. There was no crossfire. There was nothing that was being done. No pressure from below. I don't know. Exile have to improve a bit, or maybe try to change their approach towards this attack, or maybe bring in a Nomad or Gridlock in place so they don't have to worry about the defenders. While we talk about it, Maverick is going to get Vexion, who's not going to be doing any more roaming on this round at least.
Even then, that's Hazex taken off early on yet again. He very curious choice as to why he would peek. I don't understand the decision to peek very early on there, especially without a pre-fire. And as I say that, Shivanut's is going to get a second kill onto Xantos. That's going to be the Maverick, and that's going to be your secondary hard breach. And your primary hard breach is going to be taken off by Kayushi, who's just as we saw in the first round, is just holding this 90 control. As Lego very nearly lost that gunfight, but takes Shibe Nuts off the board, but he's going to be left at about 20 HP. He's going to try and gain some control over here on 90. It looks like Tao and Lego have the intel that they have somebody playing on long corridor onto long 90 and books. But as I say that, Rage very quickly going to get Tao off the rappel, and Kiyoshi's going to get out Lego, and that's going to be a fourth round won by the defense. This is the exact position that Myschief needs to be in if they want to win this game.
I mean, I was hoping that it wouldn't be a whitewash of sort. It should have been a closer game. But we still have 2 maps left. But up until now, I haven't seen Exile doing much on attack, to be honest, on any of those rounds. I mean, you have to be honest. Sometimes Myschief, as much as they are doing very, very well, but Exile are not doing much on their attacks. They have to change their approach, which Looks like by the operator shots are doing there right now, they are going to bring out the Monty and the Dokkaebi. Mind you, Lego is going to switch off from the Jackal to the Dokkaebi, while Xanthus, who was running the Thermite of sorts, is going to bring out the Monty this time. Let's see how they go about their business this time. But some of the rounds generally, if attackers lose or defenders lose, it's a very close round. Sometimes it happens like that, right? But out of all those 4 rounds, but none of those rounds were close. I mean, Mischief just won all of those rounds really, really convincingly. There's nothing much going on. The attackers never, on any of those rounds, look like at any certain point of time look like they could win any of those rounds. I mean, it was always going to be the defenders that were going to win, and it is a 4-0 advantage towards Team Mischief.
And one of the things I want to talk about that we've seen come out in all 4 of these rounds is the defenders have gotten the first pick, and the attackers have made no attempts to trade them. I think the most notable one was the kitchen defense, as Vexion had taken out, took out Hazex playing over 90. He took out Hazex, and none of the attackers rotated over to contest Vexion after that. They all just stayed stagnant. There was no attempt at a refrag. I mean, he was able to get fragged out later by Ekmion, but it was really just him losing a heads-up gunfight. It wasn't Ekmion actively trying to contest it, and I think that especially on Villa, one of the more defender-sided maps, and I know we always talk about maps being defender-sided or attacker-sided, this is one of the more defender-sided maps, and without that ability to trade out, I think that it creates a very difficult situation for the attackers to be in, especially with taking utility off the board very quickly, and you're allowing the defenders to maintain the control that they have. You're attacking on their terms, and it never will come out. It's very tough on top, especially that way. As I'm talking about that, Spectify is going to be taken off very quickly. We are going to be seeing Kyoshi taken out by Tao. That's going to be his first kill of the match. As the attackers are trying to push over on 90, they gain that steady control. Now they're trying to push over onto either trophy or statuary. It looks like they're trying to go for a trophy execute right now, as we are seeing Shibe Nuts playing over in trophy, but a flank from Vexion right now. Take a look at that Echo 12 on Ella. He's going to be, it looks like he's going to try and be contesting his Hazex. Looks like he is going to try to be peeking this. He's going to take out some health on Vexion. He's going to get Vexion off the board. Rage going to be left on very low HP. But as I say that, Rage is going to take Hazex, or my apologies, Shibe Nut's going to take Hazex out. He's going to try and contest to that Montang, but Equium clearing out the round. Rage able to take this, and it is going to be a first round won by Team Exile.
Yeah, first round won by the Team Exile. This time they changed up the strategies. They brought out the Monty. And just like you noticed towards the steady side, they actually, for the first time in this match, held crossfires. Sledge was holding a crossfire from steady. Ash was also there. And while we saw the Hibana, I think, or Hibana or Dokkaebi, who was towards the games room side, having some information towards those 90s. They held crossfires. They knew where the Maya was and got him out in the end very well. While we see a 6-pick coming in from Vexion, from the Alibi to the Oryx. Once again, a very powerful and different operator to counter the Monty. Also, a very good roamer, considering his Rima dash is so powerful, while navigating parts of the map. It's just, he's a 2-speed, 2 armor, but sometimes you can use this as a roamer as well. His Rima dash can be just used to roam around the map as a 3-speed.
I agree, and we are going to be going back to, it looks like that kitchen deep, or no, we're going to be going back to the trophy statuary defense. We're going to switch up Vexion. I agree with Vexion's switch onto the Oryx here. I think that Villa's one of those maps that is a little bit harder to run that Ella shotgun on. I think the only defensive site that you really could play her on is trophies. My apologies, on Aviator Games, because you're able, and it's really kind of a niche op because you can only really play her in order to stop the push coming in from the aviator side, and you really have to expect teams to be rushing in that case. But nevertheless, still a very interesting pick. I think the most interesting attacker pick we've seen so far has been Lego on this Dokkaebi. What are your thoughts on that?
Speaking about the Dokkaebi, as probably the first time I have seen someone run a holo on that DMR. Very interesting choice of attachments, but just like we speculated on some of the matches earlier, on like how people like to run the suppressor on the vector or the laser and whatnot. But it's a personal choice. I mean, he might be playing 4:2 very close to the monitor. He doesn't like the echo. Probably likes the mobility of the holographic. But yeah, on the DMR, I'd still consider running the echo. Things will change from the next seasons. A lot of attachments are coming up to 1.5, 2.5, 2x, all the way to 3 and whatnot. But yeah, speaking of that, Lego from the Jackal, from a roam hunter to someone of a Dokkaebi who is also sort of a roam hunter and sort of a different approach to the Jackal. You can't really put them while we talk about it. Vexion is on the Oryx, gonna get the sledge hack. Hazy X off the board while we see Ash trying to get some control towards the main stairs with the drone on the flank watch while he's gonna get below. It's the default cam is still there. I mean, they took it out eventually, but while we see 3 of those attackers stacking up towards master bedroom, well, the bandit is gonna pick it for some reason. I don't know, and he's gonna be taken out. Well, it's a 4v4 while Vexion is low on HP. Well, Jaeger is all alone while playing in the astronomy. Is he gonna get? Never mind. The Monty is gonna approach him with no possible backup, and he's gonna get taken out once again. A very bad choice of action, and Spextify is gonna get 1 while Valkyrie is gonna get the second. Quickly, it's a 1v4 from a 1v3. I mean, things are happening so fast for me to even talk about it. While once again, it's down to Lego to clutch out this round. While two of their defenders are very, very low on HP, a smidgen of shot will just kill them. I think Lego has to be very careful, but I think he has what it takes to get this clutch done.
Yeah, it's just gonna be, he just needs 1 bolt to take out Spectify, 1 bolt to take out Vexion, and then it's just gonna be a heads-up gunfight with Kiyoshi. It looks like we are going to be seeing Vexion playing over here in this bathroom. He's able to get him down to very low HP. The headshot coming in the end, and Lego's gonna be taken off, and that is going to be a 5-1 split going into the half from the defense.
Yeah, what a nice pre-fire in the end to get the headshot. He was low on HP, but once again, he doesn't mind taking those fights. Trust his aim, trust his ability, trust his teammates as well. While we see a 5-1 going into the attacker-defender side switches, Vexion is going to bring out the sledge, who has been running havoc in defense. We are going to see him on the attack for the first time. Never mind, he's going to switch to a Kali.
Vexion on the Cali. I think Villa is one of those few maps that Cali, we've been seeing Cali played a lot more in professional play, especially with the addition of the SPMG. Is it called the SPMG, that new secondary that she has?
I'm not quite sure. I just call it the Clashes gun because that's how I remember things. I'm not really familiar with the name of the guns, except for a couple of those.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
But yeah, whatever. Yeah, I think it is called SPSMG. Yeah, SPSMG9.
SPSMG9. With the addition of that new secondary, it's really made Cali a vital operator because that secondary has an incredibly high fire rate, it has fairly low recoil. It's very, very manageable recoil and control, but
yeah,
Cali being able to contest at those very long angles as the sniper, it's a 1-shot kill anywhere above the chest for, I believe, even a 3 armor operator.
Yeah. Like just to cut you off there, and I'll quickly put this information out there towards our viewers. Not just the SPSMG9 as a secondary, but many people don't know that Kali has actually gotten some of very interesting buffs, like from her reload speed, which has been reduced between each shots because she does have a bolt action rifle. So after 1 shot, it does take her some time for the second shot, which has actually been reduced. Also, her gadget, which she uses to take out the mute jammers or the bandits or shields, the detonating time for that has also been reduced. So these two, not many people know that, but it is there. So that has made the Kali a lot more viable in competitive play now.
and we get to see her a lot on Oregon, and we get to see her a lot on Villa. Especially, we get to see her a lot when that Thatcher is banned. And I think next season, after we get to see these, as we get to see some of these changes with the Thatcher grenades no longer destroying utility, I think that we're going to be seeing her played a lot. And as I'm talking, Shiba Nuts is going to be taken off very early on by Tau the Bice. Tau the Bice playing this very, very strong Valkyrie roam downstairs, and Hazex playing over on Astronomy stairs. It's going to make this north side clear
A bomb
a
has been located.
nightmare. I don't think Rage knows that he has a flank coming in from Hazex, and its potential. We're going to be seeing Rage taken off very quickly, and we are Hazex with the pick. It's going to be a 5v3 situation for Exiled. But as I say that, very nice coordination there coming in from Spectify. But no, he's going to be picked off. Hazex is going to use that peek from Master Bedroom, and it's going to be left to a 2v5. Even though they were able to get Lego off very quickly, they never cleared out Master Bedroom, and trying to play on that balcony makes it very, very challenging, especially with the player playing over there.
Yeah, we see these two attackers still try to get some sort of control towards the veranda and study side, while the Thermite is just going to breach and waltz into the side. Well, he has the he doesn't have the diffuser yet, but Kali is going to start planting. I mean, I think they did get the information that this site was clear, and they are going to get the plant down, I believe, if I'm not wrong. While we see the defenders trying to get some sort of semblance, while Valkyrie is going to get both, not both, one of the attackers, while Equium is going to get one. It was a quick diffuser down, very nice and cheeky play by Myschief, but Exile just had too many players still left alive, try to make something out of those. So in the end, Exile very well played by Tau Device, who got the first opening frag for his team.
Tau coming in alive now, and I'd said this before, Tau is a lot more, I'd argue he's a lot more talented of a defender than he is as an attacker, especially playing on the Vigil, especially playing on the Valkyrie. We got to see him play a lot on Clubhouse. And to talk a little bit about where that map, or where that attacking round kind of fell apart, it was the roam clear over on north side. They didn't have a solid north to south roam clear. They allowed Hazex to continue his reign of terror over in Master Bedroom, and he got 2 picks over because of it. And when you are attacking that Aviator Games site, the first thing you want to do, and we don't see a lot of teams do this in T2, T3, and you probably don't see a lot of teams doing this in ranked, but the first thing you want to do is you want to clear out Master Bedroom, you want to clear out Trophy, you want to clear out Statuary, you want to set up either a Nomad charge on Astro's stairs, or you want to place a drone on Astro's stairs and have somebody sitting watching flank drones. Because that flank coming in, having to contest both sides of the map at once, it makes it nearly impossible for any attacking team to win this site. Typically your what we get to see a lot of the more talented Villa teams like TSM or G2 do is when attacking that Aviator game site, is they'll take control of Battle, they'll take control of Master Bedroom. They'll push defenders over into Astronomy, cut off the flank from Astronomy stairs, and as they get control of 90, they'll rotate a player over into Study. Because at that point, you're able to contest main stairs from 90, and they're able to actually push a player into Study, and then that's when you try to get that Study wall open.
Yeah, while we see Rage with the cheeky drone spot, he knows where the Clash is playing. He has the exact information that he needs to try to get the coordination done with his team. While we're talking about that roam clear and the north side roam clear and whatnot, sometimes I like to, if the roam clear is not working out for you, I like to, even when I used to play competitively, I just used to tell my team, see, the roam clear is not working out for us, let's just go and try to take control of the site. We used to run a gridlock or a nomad, and we just take control of the choke points with some drones or with some crack stingers, or the 90s or the stairs and whatnot, and just try to execute on site. Because while we talk about it, Jackal actually didn't notice the echo drone that was near him. I think while we see him try to take control of the study side, while the Thermite has already done his breach. Well, Class is still on the 90 uncontested, along with one of the defenders, I believe, who is going to get a one tap onto Rage, who was playing the Ash, but Shibinuts is going to get the smoke. And he's going to get one more while we talk about it. While the Echo is also off the board, two of the diffuser denials or the plant denials, like most people like to call them, are going to be off the board. This is very important and very nice picks by the bot. And just when you talk about it, the Valkyrie is going to get Vexion, while Supernuts is going to get Hazy X, the Jaeger, while it's still 3v2 in the favor of Myschief. I think the attackers have already taken away, and it's going to be a 3v1 while still just the clash remaining. The plant is going down. There's not much she can do about it. And the Zofia is going to die, but it's 2v1 still. There's a lot to be done by the clash, and he's a very low on HP.
Clash is not the most ideal operator you want to have when trying to retake a site, and as I say that, it's going to be a 4K coming in from Shibe Nuts, finishing him off in style with that skeleton key. He had that no intel peek onto 90 corridor, and that is going to be a 6th round for Myschief, and they're going to be left on match point.
Yeah, this has turned out to be a pretty quick match. I didn't expect it to be. We have to see how the next one goes. But I think at this point, Exiled are just like, hey guys, I think it's difficult for us to make a comeback from here on out. Let's just try to figure this out in the next map. I think which they actually select. Was Villa Exile's pick, or it was Exile's pick, I believe. Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't work out, I guess. But we still have Cafe and Theme Park on the board. Cafe being the decider, while Theme Park being the next map. It will be an interesting set of strategies and attacking and defender strategies and whatnot coming around after this match.
Yeah, and it was their pick. I assume they had a lot of more defender setups than they did attack setups. You see them a lot more coordinated on defense than attack. Not to rag on them at all.
But yeah, I know what you mean. But like, if it's gonna be your pick, I think sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I will just, like I said, most of the times. But Myschief are doing it very well. Vexion with those runouts and the spawn kills made their life difficult for them. I guess they just didn't expect that. Having said that, didn't expect that, they also banned the Vigil and the IQ, which was a targeted ban, but Vexion adapted well, and I guess Team Exile didn't adapt well towards how they wanted the attacks to go. But having being their map pick, I expected a bit more strategies or strats, as like most of us like to call it, coming towards the attack or in defense. I haven't seen any clash play. Castle play for any of these teams. While most of you viewers out there, must be familiar with the castle and mute strats towards kitchen defense or the bedroom defense, but we haven't seen any of those. We have just seen direct play of fish checking angles, and just like I talk about it, Shibinat is gonna hazy X while the Clash is still playing here. Who is gonna whiff his shots? Is gonna get knifed in the end. Oh my god. Shibinat's losing a very small amount of HP is just gonna knife Lego the clash off the board, while it's once again a 3v5 situation. Not 1 minute off the board and two of your defenders are already dead. What do you do if your team Exiled? Well, we see Echo hold the melee angle sort of towards the bathroom, which at this point is pretty common and most attackers would expect it, most competitive players as well. Yeah, there you can see how visible it is on the drone. While we see Thermite try to take some sort of control, while Zofia is gonna get Tau the Bice once again. The Valkyrie is dead. It's a 2v5 situation. This is a very bad situation for Team Exile. While Equium is gonna get one. He's getting attacked from the bedroom. He's gonna peek this with the SMG live, and not something I had advised, but nonetheless he's gonna do it anyway, and he's gonna get a kill. Insane shots by my man, but there's not much you can do about it. If your defenders and your teammates die, he's gonna peek this Zofia, and he's not gonna win the fight, while attackers win this round. And the first map, Villa, is gonna go to Team Myschief.
It's gonna go to Team Myschief in a 7-2 fashion. What a round that was. The attackers very, very quickly gained control, south side control, and just wow. it. I mean, Myschief was in control the entire time. They lost one attacking side. They won one attacking round, and they won one defensive round. And um, I just gotta say, I mean, Myschief held that control. Did they did an excellent roam clear. They gained control of master bedroom, and they forced all those defenders to play in either astronomy or statuary or trophy because they couldn't play anybody in statuary. The statuary player would have been prone to either a peek from master bedroom or a peek from statuary door onto top of red, and absolutely great first map coming in. And now we get to go to Myschief's now we get to go into Myschief's pick. So we are going to be going to a quick, I believe they're 5 or 10 minute break right now as we're moving into the second map. Very well done. It is 1-0 on the side of Myschief.
Yeah, it was a very one-sided map towards Mischief. 7-2. Just like I said earlier, I didn't expect that, but Mischief played it really, really well. Exile could have done more in their attacks, I believe, but nonetheless, very well played to Mischief. A well-deserved 7-2 victory on the first map.
I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeding your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game.
Shay, I see the sparks you throw my way. I know your name is written on everyone's mind. Your whole show is captivating me, but don't think that I can see right through that disguise.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. We are moving on to our second map of the day. It is going to be a theme park play. This is going to be Team Myschief's pick. So they will be starting out on attack. Actually, they will be starting out on attack, and we will be seeing Exiled be playing here on defense. And what a first map we had on Villa. We had Shibe Nuts, Vexion, and I believe it was Shibe Nuts and Vexion, two players that Dova had known from his ranked matches that came up absolutely huge, combining for 20 kills. And I just gotta say, I mean, Myschief was very in command that first map. On defense, they gave up no control for Exile to try and capitalize off of, and they capitalized off on every single one of Exiled's mistakes. So we are now going to be going into our second map. It is going to be starting up right now. We're going to be going on to this operator ban phase, Dova. I don't know what you're expecting out of this operator ban phase. I'm expecting potentially a Thatcher ban, but we also could be seeing Exiled pulling out maybe some more cheeky strats.
Yeah, I think Thatcher is going to be banned once again, probably by either of one of these teams. While we talk about it, Thermite is going to be the first one to get banned. A very good ban, interesting ban, still a good ban, I'd say. But Myschief once again are going to take it simple. I think they are just going to ban the Mira, I guess. We have to see what the attacker on Ash. Very interesting. I think it's once again a targeted ban for this map. I don't know. I didn't see any Ash plays from Exile much, but I could be wrong. This map, someone might be very, very strong on this map, and I think this ban is going to be either Echo or a Mira, I think, or it's going to be Vigil. Myschief this time banning the Vigil. I guess both of these teams really don't like the Vigil, but yeah, Vigil is actually a very good ban for this map. Theme Park is such a big map now, and you have to do such a big amount of roam clear, push from both sides, clear bottom if it's above, clear above if it's bottom. And just while we talk about it, Exile is going to ban the Echo. Pretty standard bans, I'd still say, other than the Ash. But yeah, Pond, you saying something?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I think it's funny. We're actually switching it up this time around. I mean, Exiled was the ones with those cheeky
Vigil
picks
bans.
coming in last time. They had the Vigil ban, and thank goodness Kyoshi had switched off the Ace, because Ace is currently not up. Oh no, Shibe Nuts. Okay. So they're opting to go for a no hard breach approach to initiation office. I think this is hoping to see a six. Oh no, they brought the Habana. That was my apologies. Yeah, that operator ban phase definitely very interesting. These teams, you could definitely tell, are having a little bit of fun out here. We're going to be seeing the 6 pick from the Legion onto Legion. Potentially six picking onto that Legion to deal with the Montang. And yeah, I mean, seeing Echo coming off the board, very common on this map. I think Echo, I believe, is still glitched on Theme Park, so there are some places on the wall that you can actually place him, and his Echo drones are indestructible. They were able to patch out some of them in the last update, but not able to patch out all of them. We are going to be seeing this initiation office defense first, which is a little bit interesting because the Armory Throne is probably the most defensive-sided site in all of Rainbow Six Siege. It is the hardest site to attack, especially without a Thermite in play. It makes it near impossible because you're not able to open up maintenance, you're not able to open up barrels. But right now, it looks like they're going to be trying to do more of an extended hold onto the west side, preventing any intel coming in from Cafe, and attempting to do a extended hold into dorms.
Yeah, I mean, I like how Exiled are going about their business this time around on this map. They have more of a strat-based defensive setup this time around. We see the mute and the Goyo being brought out, and see an extended hold while Rage is too anxious, and he's gonna take out some HP up from the Monty. Looks like they are gonna push and repel up. While Monty is already inside the break room. I mean, this is a very quick attack from Myschief's side. If he's not careful enough, he might get taken out from the other side. While we see a C4 attempt, I don't think so that's gonna land, and it doesn't. While Jaeger and the Mozzie have a crossfire on towards the Monty, while we see two people on the ref. Well, if someone just run out from the maintenance rooms or from somewhere, he could just have someone of the defenders could just have a really easy kill. While Zofia turns to open up the hatch over control room, while the first frag is on the board. Hazy X, the Jaeger, is gonna get the Monty in the end.
Curious choice for Vexion to push in there. Very, I don't want to say carelessly, but they weren't able to get that. I mean, for me personally, I would have opened up that breaker wall with the Habana and got a line of sight looking down that entire corridor down to yellow. Without doing that, I mean, you're just contesting from a rappel, and as you said, it leaves you up to being taken out from anybody running out from below. But as I was saying that, Kyoshi's going to quickly get a pick onto Lego. That's going to be your Goyo off the shield. So very interesting pick, but he's going to get a little bit careless with the peek. Kazak's getting Kyoshi, Xantus getting Rage, and it's going to be a 4v5 for the attackers. And a nice little flick coming in there from Haze X. 3 kills on the round, and it's going to be all left onto Shibe Nuts and that dreaded Blackbeard. Little one tap coming in right now from the Blackbeard, and he's going to be left trying to get control right now of Cash.
Yep, one tap onto the Mozzie. Good night, says Shivenuts onto Equium. But there are still 3 defenders left on the board, even though it's a Blackbeard. I think it's a difficult task for him in the end to clutch out this round with 30 seconds remaining, and it is theme park. You know, it is very difficult. Let's see what happens. He's gonna get tagged out by the Jaeger, and eventually he's gonna get finished off by the smoke, I believe. Oh no, it was the mute. Yeah, it was the mute who is gonna finish off him in the end with a shotgun right in the face.
One shotgun shell is all it takes to end that round. And a little shout out there to the Kickstar charm. Kickstar being probably one of the most talented casters the game has ever seen, along with Intero. And yeah, it looks like we are going to be having a little bit of a call out coming in from Tao right there on the skins. A little bit of friendly banter going back and forth, and we are going to be seeing Vexion moving over from that Montang onto the Habana. Yeah, I'm very excited to be seeing how we're going to be playing out the rest of this, but I believe it's so hard to. Theme Park's one of those maps that it's very hard to know how a team's going to play out, even if the attackers or the defenders are up a man early on. Vexion losing his life very early on without being able to enable anything for his team, just kind of almost carelessly dying, made it very tough for Myschief to make anything happen in that round. We are going to be seeing a little bit more of a flexible setup here from the attack. We're going to be seeing, you know, they're going to be opting to trade out that Mozzie, or that Montang for the Habana, and we are going to be seeing the Maverick quad. So yeah, I mean, I thought that was very well done. Haze X with 3 very critical picks. The first one being that Montang, and then that nice little quick peek onto the top dragon window. And yeah, I mean, Dove, I don't know if you have anything to say. I'm kind of just rambling
Yeah.
on
Like,
now.
you know, yeah, I was just waiting for you to finish that at the end. Didn't want to interrupt you in any way, but you know, Hazy X was running the Jaeger, got a 3K that round, played really well, got an insane flick on the guy who was mealeeing and tried to open the window. You know, while we see him running the Jaeger once again, the same set of operators, the Goyo, the Jaeger, the Legion, the Mozzie, and the Mute. While from the attacker side of things, there is no BB this time. Kyoshi is running the Maverick, Rage is on the Zofia, Vexion is on the Hibana, Spextify is on the Sledge, and Shibenuts is running the IQ, since it is not banned anymore in this map. While we do see the attackers try to get some sort of control towards the cash room. 3 of those attackers were on the balcony, the IQ, the Zofia, and the Hibana, I believe, who was on that towards the cash balcony. And I mean, I'd like to see where the other 2 attackers are. If the admin could just, figure out where they are. Yeah, the sledge is on the control hatch. While we talk about it, he's gonna get. Meanwhile, it was not Sledge, it was actually Maverick who was on the control hatch, who was gonna get killed in the process by Tao the Bice. While we talk about it, the Mute is also gonna get taken out by the Hibana, who gets down, and the Zofia who gets down, but is gonna get revived back up to 20 HP, I believe. It is 3v4, but 2 of these attackers are very, very low, just 20 HP. Vexion is a smidgen above 50, I believe. It's like 55, 60 probably. While Shibernuts, who is also a very dangerous player, is on full HP. Should have something to say about that. While there's just 1 minute 15 left on the board, there's still a lot of things to be done by the attackers if they are going to win this round.
Yeah, they have the control they want on east side. I believe they cut off all the flanks, and you have all the players playing over on the west. It looks like he's going to be called out on that cam, and they're just going to push back into sight and let the attackers come to them. We have Tao playing that very powerful Legion on the top of yellow stairs, and he's just gonna go sit in cafe right now, waiting for his time to come up for the flank. And it looks like they have to wait for this fire to be cleared out from those Goyo shields in order to make any attack happen right now, which allows for the defenders to get a little bit more comfortable. But we are going to be seeing Vexion taking out Ekmium, and it's going to be left on a 2v4. Tao is still roaming at the top of yellow stairs, but if he rotates over here right now, he's going to be taken out by the player playing on top of yellow stairs.
Yeah, and it's a 1v4 clutch. Just let me talk about it. He's gonna get one. 2 of the attackers are very low, but never mind. The Hibana is just gonna pre-fire towards the hallway and get out the Bice with a headshot. Vexion, once again, dangerous with his gameplay, dangerous on the Hibana as well. A very good pre-fire, and melee on the floor to add some disrespect towards in the kill cam.
Very, very interesting there, but Vexion switching over. I think he found his place on that Hibana. 3K coming in from him that round. And yeah, I mean, the attackers very quickly got the east side control that they wanted. They were able to get control of control. I love saying that, getting control of control, able to flush out all the attackers playing in initiation, the defenders playing in initiation, get the defenders that were playing in vault. And as soon as they got control of offices, I mean, as a defending team, if you're not playing any roamers downstairs, you're against a team, especially like Myschief, which is very, very talented winning their heads-up gunfights. That's what you have to take them out to be. You have to take them to those heads-up gunfights, and at that point, they had all the control that they had wanted. There really wasn't much that they can do at that point. I loved the execute they had coming at the end there. Tao really did try and take it back, but I mean, the pre-fire coming in from Vexion was just a little bit too much. Very, very back and forth, and I think we're going to be seeing, as we kind of talked about a little bit before this match had started, I think Theme Park's going to be a little bit more back and forth. I think that Exiled just needs to clean up a few things. They need to get a little bit smarter on the peaks that they're going for, and I think that once they do that, they will definitely be seeing a lot closer up again.
Yeah, I mean, Myschief played that round well, of course, but they had most of the attackers on very low on HP. If the defenders could have just, held their angles a bit more, held the crossfires, it could have gone to the either way, and Exile might have had a 2 lead on the board. But it is 1-1 still. It is round 3. A long way to go through this map. Exile, they do know if they lose this map, they are not going to be part of this round anymore. They will be going to the losers bracket, so they have to play this map. They have to play it really, really well. Having said that, they are going to change up the lineup this time around. Lego is going to bring out the Womai this time instead of the Goyo, and we see Xanthus running the Mira and the Hibana. I believe it was Vexion. Yep, he's going to get taken out by Tao, none other than Tao the Bias, who's running the Bandit behind the Mira, mind you. He has a very good information towards the cash side with that Mira window, so to speak, while we see Mozzie roaming down below. I don't know if the attackers have the information about that roam clear or not, but Shibe Nuts has droned out, does know that someone is playing there. While we see Blackbeard on the break room rappel, is it? Yeah, once again he's on the break room rappel of sorts, and he is gonna get taken out by the Jaeger. I don't know where that happened from. I think it was a run out. Yep. I think it was a run out from the barrel rooms, I believe. Yep, it was from run out from the barrel room. A jump out, actually, not a run out. He is gonna get the Blackbeard. There was no Claymore, so Jaeger is just gonna waltz back into the site and be safe. And it is 5v3, very much up on the alley of the defenders. I think Exiled have got what it takes to win up this round, but it's still a long way to go. Still a 1 minute 20 left on the board.
Yeah, they're gonna have to really switch up their attack right now because the attackers, or my apologies, the defenders saw how they took that last round and adjusted their defense based on it. They put a ton of utility over there in initiation, a ton of utility over there in offices,
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
and a run out coming in there from the Mira, and he's not able to make anything happen of it. He was able to get taken back by that Nomad charge, but nevertheless not able to make anything happen.
Yeah, a Nomad charge is not always the most potent thing to have a close run out, but he is gonna get the Mozzie, who actually had no clue. But Bandit is gonna get the Nomad off with one of those bullet holes, I believe he made towards the other side, and it is 4v1, I believe. Yeah, it is 4v1 with everything to do for Shibe Nuts.
Shibe Nuts having to make a lot happen right now. We're going to be seeing a C4 come out, not able to make anything happen of it. And we are going to be seeing a gunfight come in. He's able to take out the Jaeger. He's going to be left in a 3v1 situation, but nothing is able to come out of it. That's going to be a second round won by Team Exiled. Very, very well executed.
Yeah, but it's very different to how we saw them defend on Villa. I mean, they never had the mirror, I believe. I don't know why they didn't try some of this in the first map, but even if it was their pick, like I said earlier, didn't say much of this strat-based defense sort of approach. But while we see them doing it in Theme Park, Theme Park is obviously a very defensive-sided map. We could see this change while we go into the turnover. Myschief might have some really, really interesting and insane strats up their sleeves as well. While we see Tau the Bice actually 6-pick from the Valkyrie to the Pulse.
I'm liking that Pulse pick. I'm assuming he's going to play over in Drug Lab and prevent the push coming in from Cafe. They attempted to do that. Office initiation push this past time, but the defenders kind of sniffed that out, set up the utility where they needed to, and the attackers didn't drone that out and didn't adjust their attack based on it. They were really static in the way that they had attacked, and as soon as they decided to go over and try and repel onto break room window, the defenders had read that out too. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Exiled right now. They're really able to understand how the attackers are pushing, to be a little bit smarter with some of their peaks, and play off of some of their mistakes. I really like that. I really like that initial pick from Bandit onto onto the Habana of Vexion.
Yeah.
That opened up a lot for them. That was your primary hard breach taken out, and without having that primary hard breach, it makes attacking this site almost impossible. It looks like they are going to be prepping for some runouts from below. That's going to be Tau, and I think he's going to just sit on his cardiac sensor. The defenders, I don't believe, droned him out. I don't know if I agree with that decision. And we're going to be seeing them pushing in Cafe, as I had said. If he's playing below in Drug Labs, if they don't get that Drug Lab control, that's gonna be a very, very quick C4.
Yeah, Pulse playing out towards the tellers and Gong Room, having all of this information, about who's repelling, who's pushing up towards that side. While we see the attackers trying to be more careful with those repels and expecting preemptive run out and whatnot, just like we see Vexion holding an angle. But 1 minute has already gone by. The attackers are yet to make their way towards the inside of the building. While we see Vexion take out the control room hatch, while Equiom is playing on the Dragon balcony, so to speak. Just to go back to that round, I mean, the Blackbeard was repelling towards the break room. I mean, how at this level of play you'd expect you know, just get interrupted by Vexion, who's very low on HP. He's gonna get the pulse. I don't know where that happened actually. Was he playing below? And Equim is gonna get, and even the man count, he's gonna get the Zofia, I believe.
Attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
And Jaeger is gonna get the Hibana. Once again, the Heartbreach is gone off the board, and Myschief are gonna have a difficult time without the Heartbreacher. Especially if there's a Mira on the board. Never mind, Shivenats is gonna get a kill. But we see a C4 toss, an insane C4 toss, but he's gonna get traded off by Vexion, who is a low on HP playing below. Vexion coming in clutch for his team, still has very low on HP, but the defenders are still very much intact. 2v2, Vexion low on HP. I don't know if they can do much, but it is the Twitch, a very high rate of fire gun, a very impressive gun, and with the right hands they can still do very much a big damage. Just like I said, Lego is off the board. Vexion once again with a little bit of HP has just managed to get 2 kills. He's trying to get the plan done. The Goyo is going to he was going to toss the C4. He's going to get one, I believe, and he's going to get the second one. Very well played by Equium. The Mozzie, very intelligent plays by the Mozzie. He's going to get the clutch done and stop the plan and make his team get an advantage 3-1.
That was the 300 IQ play coming in there. He was left in a 2v1 situation. He had already had the I don't believe it was him. Wait, oh no, my apologies. The player that was playing on main stairs was playing on Dragon Stairs, the one that got the C4 out. But what a play. Getting out Shibe Nuts with that C4 and then understanding that, okay, Vexion probably on low health, engaged in 2 gunfights. He's probably going to peek from the back of initiation. Pre-fired the angle that Vexion was going to peek from, and what a clutch coming in there. I mean, if they didn't have that Goyo shield playing right there, I think that we would have seen that round go the other way. Wonderful defensive setups right now coming in from Exiled. I mean, this has been Myschief's map choice. And even with that, I mean, we're seeing Exiled come up big, and Myschief has really no answers for them on attack. They're reading out, Exiled is reading out their attacks very well, looking at where they're droning, looking at where they're going to be pushing from. I still think they need to clear out some of those, I want to say more unnecessary deaths, but yeah, I mean, very, very well done coming in from the likes of Exiled right now.
Yeah, you know, just to quickly go back to that, just before I get interrupted by Vexion or someone with an impressive 3k or a 1-tap, you know, the Blackbeard who was repelling on the break room actually never had any sort of cover. You don't expect that, and in this kind of a lobby or in this kind of competitive state, you always put a claymore for your teammate or a nomad charge before he gets run down, you know, run out. But we obviously saw the Maverick try to repel there again, get taken out by the Mira, even though there was a nomad charge. It didn't really work out. But I think this is something Myschief have to improve on. You know, with the repels, they have to put down the claymores, put some flank drones, put some nomad charges, even though they are not running the nomad anymore. They have to work on that, I think, if they are going to try to succeed in this match. You know, pretty interesting that it is Myschief's map pick, and they are on the disadvantage going into round number 5 with a 3-1 score. But you know, Exile had chose Villa, and they actually got convincingly beaten by Myschief. So you know, it's never really about the map pick; it's about who plays better on it at the end of the day. So yeah, it's a very interesting, and very well matched best of 3s. I think Rage knows actually there's someone playing on the yellow stairs, and he's gonna coordinate for a drone to be put there, and he's gonna get taken out in the process. Very well played by Myschief. A very well coordinated clearance of the white stairs. I mean, sorry, my apologies. They are yellow stairs.
A bomb has been located.
Yeah, I really liked that coordination there. Rage getting a little bit more, a little bit patient there. I like that. I like to see teams get patient, wait for the intel to come in, wait for their call to come in that you can push there, and they were able to get it. And as I say that, Vexion's gonna take out Xantis. Rage is gonna be taken out though from below by the by Hazex, but not until Xantis is actually taken off. So they're going to be left in now a 2v5 as Kyoshi's able to take out Hazex, and these are just picks coming in from pick to pick to pick. It's going to be all left on Tau and Lego, and Lego's position is now going to be known by the defenders. He's able to get maybe a little bit more utility down, but they're now trying to open up this wall. They need to clear out the mute plane there. And Tao coming in with a rotate. No, he's going to be peeking from below, using that Alda and left click to just contest those vertical angles. Having Tao on that Maestro is going to make it very hard to attack the site, but he's going to trade out very quick with Shibe Nuts. It's all going to be left onto Lego. Lego playing back here in Armory, and he's going to have to take out Spectify and Kiyoshi as he's going to have a line of sight opened up. The attackers, I wonder if they're going to drone out right now, that they are going to have a very, very free Armory take. I don't think they know the position of Lego, but nevertheless, they're going to be trying to go over to execute this plant. They hear the pre-fire. They know he's going to be playing an Armory. He's going to be contesting from connector door. Plant is going to be going down. He's going to be stunned. And now he's going to be left in a very, very hard 2v1. If he's able to get out the Zofia there, he might be able to have something happen. No, he aims a little bit too high. Spectify clearing up that round, and that's going to be a second round one.
Yeah, you know, the Zofia stunning him out of his mind. It was going to be very difficult for him to clutch up those rounds unless he landed some insane shots. They quickly saw that the Homai was still playing on the other side, so decided to execute on towards the Armory. Very well played by Myschief, a very well executed strat towards the attack.
I believe Myschief was really set up to attack those first floor objectives. I don't think they expected Exiled's map pool to be bunks, daycare, and office initiation, which is the only two we've really seen until that Armory attack. But we saw Myschief a lot more, I'd like to say a lot more coordinated on that attack. They very, very quickly got control of Cafe, very quickly got control of Arcade. They gained that map control. They got the control of Yellow Stairs. They got the pick on Yellow Stairs. They cleared out the roamers and they executed on site. It's almost when you don't have a thermite available to you, that's almost a textbook definition attack.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Apologies. That's a textbook definition attack. And I love seeing that come in from teams. When you see all of those, when you go through the checklists, you gain that control that you need, you gain that west side control, you push over onto the east side, you clear out the defenders playing on
10 seconds
clear out the defenders playing over by Dragon Stairs, and then you execute on site. That's the way you take Armory Throne, but it's so hard to do because if the defenders get even one pick on their own, it makes your attack that much harder. But they were able to win that gunfight. Wonderful patience play from Rage. And I think that taking out the Valkyrie very early on was what really won them that round.
Yeah, you know, they coordinated really, really well. How we saw the Sledge taking out the Valkyrie towards those yellow stairs, asking his teammates to drone for him and winning the gunfight at the necessary time. While we see the Jaeger and Team Exile trying to hold these yellow stairs very hard with an ADS and barbed wire, etc. The stairs, you know, mind you, whichever side it is very, very important to how you play towards the round. While the attackers have actually already made their words towards this Cafe, and he's gonna charge up and get Equim in the process, and he's gonna get one more. Lego is off the board. While it is 5v3 once again, he's gonna get off the Mirage, while Kiyoshi is gonna get one more. Xanthus is dead, the Mira is off the board. 2v4, Hazy X is gonna get Shibanats, but this does count for nothing as he's gonna get refragged by Spectify. Kiyoshi is gonna be getting down the plan down, and it's 4v1. He's low on HP. I don't see this going towards the side of Exile. Tao the Bai is a very good player, but I don't see him doing this. And yes, Vexion is once again gonna get a 3k, a triple kill by him. Very well played, a very aggressive player. Played really, really well that round. Got 2 frags going inside the side. Gave their team the win, 3-3, going into round rotations, side rotations. My bad. Myschief coming back from a 3-1 deficit.
Yeah, I as Exiled has done to them the first few rounds, we're seeing Exiled, or my apologies, we're seeing Myschief do to Exiled. They read out the defense very well. They droned it out a lot better that time around. I gotta say, they had the intel they wanted. They saw the free entrance. Vexion just took it, won both of his gunfights, pushing in, left it at a 5v3, but very quickly went down to a 5v2. I mean, they rushed in, committed to the rush, knew where they need to push from. That round was one of the preparation phase. It really was. Vexion and the likes of Myschief
Defenders, protect
saw
your
where
bombs
there
from being
was.
defused by
I call it
attackers.
whenever I'm playing with my teams, I call it free real estate. If I see that defenders have rules and they aren't holding certain areas, and we're confident winning our gunfights, I call for a free real estate play, and we just rush in, and that's what Vexion had done. Beautiful 3K coming out, and we're going to be moving over to halftime, so we're going to be seeing Myschief on defense, and Myschief has been dominant on defense. I think I'm looking for a better thing to say, but we saw on Villa. I mean, I know Villa's a more defender-sided map, but they're very unpredictable on defense, and they're something else. I mean, now we're going to be seeing them on defense on Theme Park, and people want to say Theme Park's more defender-sided. I personally believe Theme Park's a bit more. I mean, I don't really agree that everyone wants to say every map in the game is defender-sided.
Left the designated staging area.
In reality, it's a defender-sided game. And as I say that, Shibe Nuts, 2 very quick kills. That's your Thatcher. That's your Hibana. That's your hard breach and utility denial.
Defender exposed.
What a run out coming in from Shibe Nuts. He could have even gotten the 3K there. But nevertheless, Vexion taking Tau off. These 2 very talented fraggers battling it out. Rage is going to get taken off by Hazex, but even then it's going to be a 2v4 situation. Hazex and Lego left on very, very low HP, as we're going to be seeing this like 300 IQ play coming in from Vexion, baiting out that Gong door, and now doing the double bait as he throws out his utility. They're going to know it's going to be a Prisma, but nevertheless, he's just going to peek out. He's going to get the double kill. Lego's going to be taken off, and it's going to be all left onto Hazex. Hazex's location is going to be known, and Kiyoshi cleaning up that round. Very quickly done. Very wonderfully done. That is going to be a convincing first round.
I mean, just wow, you're just saying like how Myschief are very, very strong on their defense, and I mean, talk about a very strong defense, huh? I mean, they didn't even let the attackers enter one of the doors. Shibe Nuts got 2 kills, the Hibana and the Thatcher with the insane runner from the cash door. I mean, how do you let him do that? Someone has to watch that, I believe. But you know, they didn't do that. Vexion once again with a very aggressive plays is not afraid to peek those angles, never afraid to do his pre-fires. Shibe Nuts and Vexion doing the most heavy lifting for his team. With Vexion, I believe he's already on 11 or 12 kills. I believe he's doing his most for his team, while Exiled are, I mean, we didn't see much of an attack that round, so we have to see what happens in this round and see how it goes. But
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
but you know,
defused by attackers.
it's still anyone's games. 3 to 4. They have brought it back, Myschief, mind you. They brought it back from 3-1. They have continuously won 3 rounds. But I believe Exile still have got what it takes to, you know, try to clutch up and get some attack rounds on the board, and it still could be anyone's game if they manage to shut down Vexion. I believe that's where their victory is going to come from.
That's exactly it. I mean,
10 seconds.
I gotta say, like, we saw this on Villa, and I didn't know if they were going to be able to replicate it. And we've only seen 1 defensive round so far. I didn't know if they were able to replicate that strong defensive presence they had last time. But it looks like they have. I mean, we're going to be seeing a double ACOG run now. We're going to be seeing Rage on Rook and Shibe Nuts again on that dock. It doesn't look like they're going for any runouts or going for any spawn peaks early on. They might just be holding long angles or getting a little bit patient with how they go. I think they're going to be waiting for maybe a little bit of intel. I mean, we don't like any no intel runouts here, and yeah, it looks like the attacker's going to be trying to go for more of an east side push. They're going to try and get control of cash and try and push over from there, but they're not able to drone in because they have that Mozzie drone on the door. The Mozzie drone is going to very quickly take out the drone, but it looks like they're going to be trading out the drone. A little bit of micro gameplay coming in there. We are going to be seeing Lego sniffing out those footprints, but nevertheless, Vexion, Shibe Nuts, and Spectify 3 very quick kills. That's Equium, Xantos, and Tau off the board. Your primary entry fragger, your hard breach, and utility denial. It's going to be Hazex and Lego again in a 2v5
Attackers have
situation.
recovered their diffuser.
Yep, once again, the defenders running riot on towards the attackers. Exile are yet to once again enter the building. I mean, I guess they're just very, very aggressive, and Exile have to try to do something differently. Bring, like I said before, bring out the Nomad, bring out the Gridlock, try to do something differently, or just try to execute on the side. If they're playing aggressive, play aggressive, you know. But at the end of the day, you have to get those information, right? You have to keep those drones and try to get something, get this coordination done. But Myschief are just so good at this moment. They are going to go. I mean, Vexion, oh my god, what are you doing, my man? This is going to get taken out by the Jackal Lego, who's going to have a free kill. But never mind, he's going to get taken off the board by the, once again, Shibenuts, once again on the dock. He's not afraid to peek these angles, peek these windows. I mean, why would you be afraid when you have aims like that? But Jaeger is once again going to peek it aggressively, 1v3. Hazy X gets a free kill once again. Let's see what he does this time. There you go. Once again, one more defender peeking the angles once again. But they are not afraid. They win these fights. And just like that, they are going to win that. And Shibenuts is going to clear up in the end for the attackers. And they have managed to bring it back. Team Myschief. I keep saying Team Myschief, but it's actually just Myschief. My apologies. Don't flame me for it. 5-3, and going on to now number 9, they have the advantage, coming back from 3-1. Very well played by Team Myschief.
Yeah, as you had said before, the attackers aren't even getting into the building. They aren't. They're all these gunfights are being won outside the building. They can't gain any sort of control. I mean, we're seeing Shibenuts and Vexion just run rampant. They're going for it. They're confident winning those gunfights. I mean, in the end, they're quite fair. They probably could have thrown that round too. With Vexion just running outside with his gun down, not peeking very
Attackers need
aggressively,
to
but
locate and defuse
to try and
the
go
bomb
on that
safely.
cafe balcony, I mean, you have to contest 2 windows. I don't really agree with that rotation there from the attackers. I think it made it harder for them to win something, especially once the location was known. But we're seeing this very aggressive, very confident Myschief defense coming in, and Exiled has had no answer so far. I mean, they're again, I really don't want to rag on teams, but they just like they had the first 3 defensive rounds. I mean, they've had no answers for the way that
10
Myschief
seconds
has
left
been
before
playing right
insertion.
now. Myschief coming in very commandingly and doing a
5
very
seconds
good
left
job
before
at, I
insertion.
mean, not even just the basics, but they're getting super aggressive. They're not allowing the defenders to even get inside the sites. Just, all I gotta say is wow.
Yeah, I mean, last map we did see, Team Myschief. Sorry, once again. Oh my god, I've got to stop saying Team Myschief. Last map, we saw Myschief, take advantage of the weakness of the Team Exile, but this time around they are just plain and simple playing better, winning those gunfights, and they are Exile is gonna try something different. Just like I said, change the approach, get yourself aggressive. They are gonna bring out the Lion, get some controls. Never mind, the Lion is being fragged out by Vexion. I think that happened towards Drug Lab, if I'm not wrong. Vexion is gonna get one more. He's just plain and simple winning this gunfight. Vexion, my man, calm down. 15 kills and 5 deaths. He's gonna get once again healed up by Shibenuts. Back to almost 90 HP while IQ tries to get some sort of semblance towards herself, try to scan and get anything going. This has been a Vexion show at this point, I didn't expect with the 3-1 scoreline they would just come back so easily, but it has been a one-man show at this point. While Hazy X is going to get Spexify, the Jaegers of the board, while Vexion is going to get lit up by the Thatcher, I believe, towards the other side, but he is going to get the Hiban, the IQ, so my bad, is going to get down by Shibenuts, who is going to get one more, well, it goes down to the Thatcher, who is going to get picked by the dog, and I think he's going to be picked from the other side by the Hiban and the Bandit is going to get him in the end. Team Myschief not scared to pick those fights, just pick aggressively. I mean, and what a beautiful kill cam we have here with all sorts of haywire going here and there. Team Myschief playing it well, but Team Exile tried to match it with the aggressive net with bringing up the Lion, but got fragged by Vexion. Vexion is just plain and simple playing very, very well. You just can't stop this man today, I guess.
So hard to analyze these rounds because I mean, it's it's just pick after pick after pick. Shibe Nuts holding that long angle, getting two very critical picks, but Vexion winning his first two gunfights and then just being brought up. I mean, he's winning those gunfights and not traded out. I mean, it's the same thing we saw in Villa on Exiled's attack is they're engaging in they're engaging in some fairly careless gunfights without holding any crossfires. They're just attacking two people from the same side and hoping one of them wins the gunfight.
Attackers need
But
to
somebody
locate
like
and
Vexion,
defuse
somebody
as
like
many bombs
Shibe
as they
Nuts,
can.
somebody like I'd even say Spectify, these are some of the most talented gunners I've seen in the tournament so far. They'll win those heads-up gunfights, and unless you set a crossfire angle on them, that there's really nothing you
Attackers
can
have discovered the
do
location.
about it. The only gunfights they're losing is when there's only one person left and they know their location and they go and hunt the dude down like a bunch of bloodhounds. I mean, as we saw right there, Thatcher was just stuck, and every single defender just ran over to try and kill him. I mean,
10
they all
seconds
just
left
started
before
shooting,
insertion.
holding left mouse, but yeah, I
5
mean,
seconds
right
to
now
insertion.
Myschief just dominant.
Yep.
They've just been absolutely dominant on this defensive side.
I mean, I have yet to see the attackers try to get any sort of control in any of these rounds, mind you. They haven't been, two of those rounds, they haven't even been able to get inside the building. And mind you, this time Lego is going to switch from the Lion to the Monty. But from the defender side of things, I think other than the Ella running a shotgun, who is going to get a pick onto the IQ once again so easily, while the C4 blows from below. Never mind, the Ella is going to be killed by the Hibana. While Monty is inside Cafe, I believe he doesn't have much support. If he's not careful enough, I think he is going to get taken out by one of these defenders, while Equium is going to get Vexion. I believe that was towards the site. Yeah, he was inside the site. I think we got him from the window. Monty is inside the other part of the window. Oh, he's towards the bunks. I think right now Team Exile have to take it slow. They can't rush this. They have to take it slow. They get their drones, get their claymores up. Look out for those flank drones. Have Hazy X. Switch around those flank drones and cams. If anybody is trying to flank. But we haven't seen Team Myschief in this disadvantage any of those defenders around, and we have to see how they do it this time around, since they are on the disadvantage.
Yeah, this is not even just match point. This can be game point. This would be a 2-0 sweep, and as we say that, Shibe Nuts is gonna take Tao off very quickly, and that's your two top frags off the board. You're all gonna be left onto a Montang, Hibana, and Thatcher. And as I say that, Montang is going to be engaging in a gunfight with Shibe Nuts right now, and he's going to have a crossfire come in. Nevertheless, oh my gosh, Kiyoshi with the knife onto Lego. I was going to say that he had a defender come in to come help him out, but no, it looks like he's going to be taken off very quickly. Quick double kill coming in from Kiyoshi. It's all going to be left onto Xantus as he drops that hatch, tries to regain himself and tries to think of what he can do, but his location's going to be known because he is going to hit an Elamine right there. He's going to be trying to throw out some of these EMP grenades to try and make something happen, but Spectify and Kiyoshi just have to hold crossfire angles coming into sight. Xantus is able to get Kiyoshi. It's going to be a 1v1. Spectify versus Xantus. If Spectify is able to clear this out, that's going to be game for them. As Xantus is going to be getting this diffuser down. He hears the diffuser getting called. He knows where he is playing. He pushes up. He's trying to win out this gunfight. He knows that he's going to be prone. He's going to push up. Spectify on the Jaeger. He's going to pre-fire, not be able to make anything happen out of it. And the attackers are able to win that round out by the skin of their teeth. Xantos clutching a 2v1 situation. And it looks like Exiled is still going to be in this game.
Yep, Exiled somehow barely managed Xantos clutches for his team in the end. He got very, very lucky post-plant. I have to say that, I have to say it out. But in the end, he clutched it out. Sometimes you do need a little luck towards your side, 4 to 6. Just like I said, this map is still going on. It's still far from over, but we could still come to an end in the next round. While Vexion is once again on the alibi, he's going to try to terrorize the attackers once again. Let's see how it goes. While we see Rage bring out the Capcan for the very first time in this match.
I don't know if he meant to pick the Capcan right there. I'm wondering if we're going to be seeing a 6 pick off of it, but nevertheless, looks like Lego potentially will be 6 picking off that Montang. No, he's going to be 6 picking from the Montang to the Montang, assuming that they need that kind of. The Montang was a good pick, but the problem that they have and something they're going to have to do is if they're going to be pushing Montang in, they need to be able to. Looks like Rage is not here right now. They are going to kill him to prevent him from getting killed.
Yeah, I believe there was something with an issue with probably a skin, I believe.
Bomb located by
I
attackers.
think it was something he skin or head hit. I believe that's why he team killed him. Because there's no need for him to, TK, because I don't think so they wanted to disqualify themselves or go for a rehost. He's gonna play in a simple team kill this and play this 5v4.
Even then, we are able to see Myschief make a lot happen out of the 4 players we have right now. Kyoshi, Spectify, Shibe, and Vexion, very talented. But the attackers, I mean, Xantus with the clutch right there. That wasn't just a clutch to win the round. That was a clutch to keep them in the game. And right now, they're going to have to make something happen. And as I was saying before, Lego is going to need to push in with either 1 or 2 attackers because they're allowing for the defenders to get cross angles on that Montang. And because of that, he's able to get taken off and not able to be as effective as he can be. We're going to be seeing Vexion trying to run out from Cafe, not able to make anything happen. Hazex understands that, knows that he might be getting a little bit aggressive, and we're going to be seeing Lego push in now with that Montang. He's able to gain that intel from his team.
Yep, Monty just, not droning much, just face checking these angles. He does know there's someone playing below the yellow stairs. He sees the alibi. He knows it's a Vexion. He's going to get taken out very, very easily by Hazy X, who has been having a good game of sorts. He has 11 kills. Mind you, even though Exiled are not having such a good time on attack. He did get some picks with the IQ, and it's 5v3 because one of the defenders had to be team killed, I think because of an skin issue, I believe, or could be anything. While the attackers try to get some sort of control towards the bunk side and get this breach done from the Hibana and I hope they have their flank drones and whatnot, while Bandit is easily going to trick out the Hibana pellets that he had towards the bunk, and he's going to get the others as well. Wow, very well played by Spextify. A very well Bandit tricked out all of those Hibana pellets, and no more breach into the side. No more entry for the attackers. It's still anyone's game, 5v3, mind you. Could be anyone, while he's going to get shot from the drone hole by Shibinuts with crazy angle. Who is going to breach up this yellow, and is probably down, going to down the Hibana? No, never mind. He just survives with a very low HP, while we see the IQ trying to get some controls. While we talk about it, Kyoshi is going to get Xantus, while the IQ is going to get refract by the Mozzie.
Yeah, it looks like they've been left at a man disadvantage, but able to equalize this out. No HP lost by any of the defenders so far, and they're holding a lot of map control. Tao understands where he's going to be playing, but no, he was hurt on that drop. Shibenuts gets Lego, but Spectify gets Tao, and it's going to be all left on Equinum at very low HP. No, not able to make anything happen of it. Shibenuts with a nice little peek there, even being left at a man disadvantage and losing Vexion early on. They're able to clutch it out. That is going to be Map 2 and Game 1 by Myschief. Very, very well played. Very dominant on that defensive side.
Yeah, very, very well played. Very dominant on the defensive side. And, I thought this game might go towards Exile, but in the end, they win both the maps and are the winners. And I will be moving on towards the next round into the winners bracket. While Team Exile still have one more chance. They will be going on to the losers bracket. They still have a chance to move up. They will be playing against whoever loses from V5 against KL11, while the winner between V5 and KL11 will be playing Team Myschief onto the next round.
Yeah, and the winner of that match, I'm hoping to see a V5. I'm hoping to see a V5 Myschief game on our next round. I really am. But nevertheless, Exiled's got a few things they got to work on. They got to hit the drawing board again, but very, very well played there by the likes of Myschief. Wonderfully done on the defensive side. We got to see, my apologies, we got to see Vexion and Shibe Nuts come up huge for their teams. Both of them, Shibe Nuts getting 25 kills across 2 maps, and Vexion getting 24 kills across 2 matches. Very, very well done. I want to thank everybody for joining us for our stream today. We will be live again tomorrow at 7 to see the second match coming in, K11 V5. I'll be there. Dova sadly will not be there, but we will be having Forge as the secondary caster. Remember, guys, follow our socials. Tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. GMT +8 for another exciting round moving into these finals. Dova, do you have anything to say to close us out today?
Nothing just much. Follow us, guys. Follow Streamline. I won't be there for the next match, but be sure to tune in for V5 and K11. It's going to be a very, very interesting match. My co-caster Pond will be there, and Forge, of course, a very familiar face is going to be casting alongside him. We will see you guys on the next one. GG's.